Okay. Corey, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, and we're at 4 o'clock, so your meeting has started.
Perfect.
When you get a couple minutes into it, through your initial introduction, if you give me a minute to introduce Cal, I will do that.
Will do. Okay, everybody, let's start this meeting. It is 4 o'clock. This is the Sustainability Board meeting. I am running this remotely, sort of. Thanks for being here, and let's see who else there. I can't tell because I'm doing this remotely, but it looks like Big Bad Dave is there.
It's Cal.
Who's that? Cal?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, Cal. And that's Julie, maybe?
Yep.
Julie? Yep. Okay,
Julie.
Is Alan on yet?
Hi there. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Corey.
He is.
Hey, Alan.
Oh, there
is Deb on yet? No Deb yet.
Yep.
How about Joy?
I'm here. Yep, Joy's here.
Okay, great. Hi. And how about Chelsea?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, Chelsea.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, welcome. I assume we don't have anybody in the audience, so I'll just keep going. November Secretary Volunteer. You want to know something? Pardon me?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You want to do it, Julie?
No, I can do it. I haven't done it for a while.
Oh, great. Thank you, Julie. Okay, perfect. Second order, approval of October minutes. And Mary Dell sent those out. She's unable to join us today, sadly. But she sent those out, and I think everybody just kind of thought they were great. Can I have a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion approved. Okay, I second.
Perfect. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Dave, we're in about 2 minutes. Do you want to introduce Cal?
Yeah. Yes, so this is Cal. He'll stand and raise his hand. Cal is in the process. He started today, and we're spinning him up, and he will be the staff person running these nightly meetings and eventually doing the minutes and stuff. And I'll give Cal a moment to introduce himself.
Hi, so yeah, my name's Cal. I'm recently graduated from Rocky, where I got a degree in geography and did a whole bunch of stuff with like the environmental sciences group over there. So fairly familiar with things that should be going on at this meeting, I think. Besides that, I don't know. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. I'm the assistant city planner. I will be here in the mornings and at most evening meetings. Yep.
All right,
That's
Cal?
great.
Welcome. Did I hear you were the assistant city planner?
Yep.
Perfect. And Cal, do you by chance have a last name?
Renner. Sorry, my bad.
How do you spell that?
R-E-N-N-E-R.
R-E-I-N-E-R?
Yeah, R-E-N-N-E-R.
2 R's.
And reaching, as far as email goes, he is the primary contact on the planning@cityofredlodge.com. So it's the same email that Courtney had, and then Brian's been answering, and Brian and I have been fielding, and we will be transitioning that over to Cal.
Okay.
The only caveat, like I said, on that is we are setting him up for success, so we're not going to like push him off and say, see ya. We're here to make sure he's successful.
Right.
Absolutely, Cal. And if there's any way we can be helpful, please reach out to any or all of us, okay?
All right.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, public comment on agenda items. We don't have a massive amount of public people there, so I assume I can move on. Review of current city solar projects. These are kind of standard things that we've had from in the past, but Alan, this might be you, review of current city solar projects with Northwest.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I do not have any up-to-date information on the Public Works and Recycling Center solar grants which we were awarded, but I hope those are progressing in a good way. One thought I did have on those two projects, the Public Works Solar and the Recycling Center Solar, is it's possible that after January 20th of 2025, the IRA direct pay tax credit might be repealed. And to account for that possibility, we might just want to check in on their status and think about if there might be any ways to get the money transferred so we would still qualify for that 30% federal credit. Just an idea. And let's see, other than that, Mike.
Hold on, Alan. How is that
what was-
done? Who does that and how is that done? And is that the city's responsibility or how does that work?
Can I say something real quick? This is Mike Maples. We've got the invoices for the panels are on both buildings. We're just waiting on the electrical contractor to gives me the tie-in, the inverters. We did go ahead and pay those claims last week with the city council meeting. I've been trying to get hold of the people at Northwest Energy to figure out how we get that money reimbursed. And I haven't had any luck. No one's called me back. I know you guys just did projects here recently. Do you know how it came back to us from Northwest Energy?
I do not. Alan, do you know
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that question.
the
How do
payback
we
from
get-
Northwest? Excuse me, go ahead.
We've done the work, we've spent the money. How do we coordinate with Northwest Energy to get the money for the grant for this project that has recently been installed?
It's not complete yet, but we're like substantially complete, and we paid Henry Dykema for the work.
Wow, that's a great question. I am thinking back to the solar panels that were installed on the pool, and I think as soon as the money transferred hands, that was when Northwestern Energy really started looking more into it. And I'm aware of the things that happened behind the scenes, but I think it involved some direct communication with Northwestern Energy.
Yeah, and I've been trying that, and I haven't got through to the guy yet. I left him messages, so.
Mike, would you?
Alan, do you have a contact person there that you know of that would be helpful?
I might. There was some transfer in the last guy who's there that I had worked with for a couple of years. He moved on, but Mike, would you like me to kind of reach out and just so they hear the question from a couple different sources, and maybe they'll get through past an answering machine?
Yeah, I mean, the person I'm trying to get hold of is Danny Williams. He's the manager, or I'm not sure which, manager, energy efficiency, DCM services. They're the ones that back in May notified us that we were awarded the grant. So that's kind of where I picked up the trail at. But if you know somebody else or you have another name, I would please pass that along, and I'll keep chasing the breadcrumbs.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Mike. That's great news. Yeah, I will look into that and I'll forward any useful information I can find on it.
So these are the panels on,
The panels are all installed. I believe the inverters are in place. We're just waiting for Red Lodge Electric to come do the electrical part. He has to pull permit to do that, and I don't believe that permit's been pulled yet.
okay, and this is Public Works and Solar.
And Public Works and Recycling.
Great, okay.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Let's move on if there's nothing else here. Arbor Day, grant status. Again, that's you, Alan. What's going on there?
Sure, maybe some other people who are in the audience currently have some more specific data, but at the last Parks Board meeting, my impression was that they were still deciding on whether or not to apply for the 2025 cycle. So as far as I understood, it was on a hold, but maybe someone else can add some more details to that.
I think with the direction I took after that was we were looking at a removal project, and right now I just pulled 7 large diameter trees that were deemed public safety concern or removal in the past inventory. And I've got Red Lodge Tree Service working up a price to remove those trees, and that would basically be the cost of his ask of the grant.
Yep,
Yeah.
so,
And he should have something back to me by the end of this week.
yeah, so essentially what we covered at the Parks Board meeting was the Arbor Day grant, we're not submitting for it. We plan to submit for it, but it's just not going to be a big volunteer event like we had in the past. It's going to be tree removal.
Okay, but still looking at applying for it
Yeah,
for
so
tree
we to
removal.
apply, and now we're just waiting on a bid, so then we actually have what we want to
Got
ask
it,
for.
okay.
Part of that was, there was a recognized need to do an updated tree survey, which they're big on, but we wanted to be able to say we'd done something with the last one before we asked them to pay for another one.
Yeah.
The last 2, before we asked them to pay for another one.
I have a question. Does tree removal, does that include trimming, any trimming?
No, it's just gonna be the removal of these 7, they're all 20-plus diameter trees, that were either flagged as, immediate removal, public safety concern, is how they label them in the inventory, or, just remove as a management task number 1. There was a lot more identified in there for removal, but I just pulled out the big ones because the little ones I feel like we can deal with ourselves.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on to reusable bag committee update. Julie, this is probably you.
No update. Mary, Dell and I are trying to set a day to do a bag giveaway at, IGA, but our weeks haven't meshed, so probably between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I have been getting a hold of, what's his name at Republic? He said he had a lot of bags and haven't got them yet, so we'll probably do those in the new year, so that's kind of where we are now. We'll set a date and do a bag giveaway at IGA.
Okay,
Would it be worth it for Christmas stroll? They have the volunteer booth,
They do.
and then, like, the nonprofit booth, so then you could be handing out reusable bags while people are out shopping.
Oh, you know what? The bags we happen to have, if we don't get these from Republic has the nice grocery style bag. The ones we have are those green, I don't bring anything green.
Oh,
but
like the little sack ones that
yeah,
collect.
which is good for downtown shopping.
That'd be perfect.
That would be. Let me talk to Mary Dallin.
so Julie, you're gonna check out, what's the volunteer booth at
Oh, there's
Christmas stroll?
Yeah, so Christmas stroll, you can, nonprofits can have little tables set up
Right,
throughout
right.
town next to the fireplace. That's essentially what
Yeah.
that is. That's the volunteer booth.
Yeah,
Okay, something to think
and
about.
they're green.
And they're great. It's festive.
Or red, we got red ones too.
Perfect.
Okay, let me know if I can be helpful. I'm available during Christmas stroll, so I can do a shift there too if needs be. Okay,
Okay,
if
great.
you want to do that. Okay,
Okay.
thank
thanks.
you. All right, and everybody got my, I sent you, news break information about how, the city of Bozeman has now,
Yeah.
passed plastic bag ordinance. And so, let's just tuck that away and, start maybe doing some research on that and seeing if that might be something that, our city would be interested in, okay?
Mhm.
Just tuck it away. Okay, the next one is city recycling commodities information. Oh gosh, I just looked at this email from Chris Keys today, which is a preview of the slide deck that she's going to present to council on the 26th at 6 p.m. Did anybody else get a chance to look at that? And thank you again, Deb and Joy, for doing the research on where do our commodities go. That's awesome. Did anybody look at Chris's slide deck? What do you think?
No.
I looked at it, I thought it was pretty good. I think Alan looked at it too and commented, and yeah, I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, same here. It was
I thought
focused on all the positive financials, and I thought Chris did a really good job of putting that together.
Yeah, I agree. This is Deb. Chris did a great job. Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I had a few comments, but they're in that string of
Well,
emails.
she did want to know if the Sustainability Board would be interested in writing a letter supporting the Red Lodge recycling program. What do you think? Everybody, do you think that's a good idea? Do you think maybe Mayor Dave is the recycling program a negotiable thing? Is it kind of maybe not? I mean, what's going on with the recycling center?
I am not aware of any current plans to change it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the question you were trying not to ask?
It was the question I was trying not to ask. Thank you. I don't know why a letter of support would be necessary, but you know, if you think it would be, we would certainly, I mean, I would be happy to write a letter of support for our recycling program, but I don't know.
Sound like
What do you think?
I think it's pretty
Suggesting
redundant. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like it's pretty
I'm in
obvious.
favor of us.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
exactly,
I feel
like
the
what we-
Sustainability Board is 100% behind. I don't feel like we need a letter to recognize it.
Yeah.
That was my question. Okay, thank you. Well, knock that one off the list. Perfect. Okay, anything else on recycling at this point? Let's move on to
The only
CPACE. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Madam Chair, the only thing I was going to add is as we go into the new year, we will be starting our conversations in earnest with Republic. And we had already started to tease the conversation if we have the options of doing curbside. So that will come up as part of a conversation. We'll see what options are available. The gentleman we interface with from Republic is also a big fan of recycling. So I said, we'll see where that goes, but just know that it's not lost nor forgotten in that conversation.
We have heard that conversation. We have heard that, yes. Mayor Dave, would you be amenable to having a representative from the Sustainability Board be a part of those conversations at some point?
I think we could. I also think we've got Mike there, so probably not during the actual contract negotiations, but can I leave that at your discretion when you want to pull them in, Mike? So we'll reach out to you for an appropriate designee when we get to that. So I certainly have no opposition to it. It's you know, as a lot of those conversations, I think we've already let them know of our interest, and so I think what we're now down to is negotiations, and they haven't yet, you know, we haven't had any dollars put next to these different initiatives yet.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you. If we could just be kept in the loop somehow, that would be great. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
and
move on to
Mike will be part of
go
these
ahead.
meetings also, so.
Yes. Okay. Let's move on to CPACE update. Julie, that's probably you.
Yeah, I went to the admin and finance meeting, 12th, I think it was, and it was received very positively. It seems there isn't a lot of negative feedback, so they will go to the council on the 26th and just present it, correct? No resolution on that, won't happen until the new year. And then the process would be to present a resolution to look into it further, and then there would be a meeting with public input where there would be a vote. So it feels more like February or something, but the 26th, there will be a meeting.
I think there was a little bit faster timeline on that.
Oh,
If
okay.
I remember just
Okay.
the conversations from admin and finance to where
Uh-huh.
it was gonna be, I think Chris is in the process of drafting that resolution.
Okay, that you got from the woman in Helena.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
so then she's gonna probably have that presented for discussion the second of the only meeting in December.
Okay,
So
okay.
likely it'll be the beginning of the year.
Oh, okay, great. All
Probably
right.
A little bit faster.
Well, thank you. Thanks for being on top of that. Okay,
Good.
moving on to new business. I do have, an email I received from Nick Gaddy, Executive Director of Beartooth Trails. I'm gonna just read it briefly. It says, I'm writing to see if the Sustainability Board would consider writing a letter of support for a pathway down Brewery Hill to include in the City of Red Lodge's application to MDOT for funding. Demonstrating community support goes a long way in helping our application to succeed. This is something, when I was on BRTA several years ago, we did try to work on this when Brewery Hill was being worked at. I think we're trying it again. It's a great idea. I really hope it comes to fruition. I guess I would be happy to write a letter on behalf of the Sustainability Board with everyone's approval.
Absolutely.
Yes, I think that sounds great.
Does that work for everybody?
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, I will get after that.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, this is a very short meeting. I love short meetings. Does anybody have anything else that they'd like to bring up at the meeting today?
I have a couple of quick little things.
Good. Let's hear it.
All right. I heard from Kate Belinda that the school superintendent is on board with the idea of applying for an electric school bus grant. So that's great.
wow.
Yeah. The other is I told the city engineer in Missoula about the Montana DEQ microgrid grant, and they expressed some serious interest in it, and they put together a feasibility study scope and have had several meetings with the DEQ. So fingers crossed that that does in fact happen for the state. That would be great.
Oh, that's awesome. Also, Alan, you sent me that interesting, fascinating study that was done in Eagle, Colorado. I assume it's in the mountainous areas around Vail, since it was from the Vail newspaper, about the solar grid that was enacted in this community to sustain their wastewater treatment plant. And they planned the first year that it would take care of 83% of the electricity, which is astonishing. It was a $3 million grant. I don't know how many solar panels they had, but it is being done in mountain communities, and maybe if other communities will jump in, maybe we'll get a little bit braver about doing this kind of a project. If you'd like, I'd be
Alan,
happy to send that on to everybody else, or Alan, you could send that on to everybody else. I think you should.
Yeah, sure. I'll find it. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Alan, I had a question. So the feasibility study was for Missoula? I didn't get that straight.
Sure, yeah. That is a program, a one-time pot of money from the Montana DEQ. We talked about it in relation to us, but it didn't, I guess, fit with our city's interests and resources and stuff. And so anyway, I just thought that it would be a useful thing for Montana DEQ and for Missoula, since I knew one guy up there who worked with their about 1,000 solar panels or so for their wastewater treatment plant. So I just kind of introduced them and kind of let them know what I had kind of learned about this process application, and
Okay.
so they're happy to hear about it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to discuss or present or talk about at this November Sustainability Board meeting?
No?
Yay, we love short meetings.
All right.
A motion to adjourn then. Oh, are we gonna meet in December? I can't remember when the third Monday is in December. Let me just ask that, if somebody could look at a calendar. Sometimes December is a month taken off, but if somebody could look at a calendar and see when the third Monday is, please.
That's the 1/6.
16th.
The 16th?
Yep.
16. Oh, wow.
Everybody on board to meet then? Maybe it'll be another short one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I have no
okay.
issue.
All
Should
right,
be
let's
okay?
do it. Let's do it.
Yep. Thanks,
Okay.
Corey.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your input.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Oh, yeah.